my name is Erica, and today I'm sharing my booktubeathon TBR. So the booktubeathon is a readathon that starts next week. It runs, hold on, let me look at my calendar. It's like the 3rd, right? 3rd through the 7th, that's what's right in my head. It's next week. And it has 7 different challenges, and if you have watched any of my videos before, I love a good readathon, and I tend to try to make my TBR based on like what the challenges are, so they'll fit into the challenges if I can, kind of. Yeah. So the booktubeathon is a readathon, and it's a readathon that's like based around booktube. So there's also there's reading challenges, and then every day there's also gonna be like a daily video challenge that people can participate in. Those ones you can find on booktubeathon right on that. Literally, that's what the YouTube is. Not difficult to find the channel. It's booktubeathon. I will leave a link down below though if you want to check it out. And the Twitter is the same thing as booktubeathon, which will have any kind of information. The hosts this year actually happen to be like a whole bunch of booktubers that I have been following, and yeah, since before I had my channel, so that's pretty cool. And the hosts are Ariel at Ariel Doucette, Raylene at Padfoot and Prongs07, Ben at Benjamin of Tomes, Joel at Joel Books, and Katrina at Little Book Owl, and Lena at Just Kiss My Frog. So those are the hosts this year, which will be pretty cool. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really fun. So the reading challenges, there are 7 challenges that were put out. So I have 7 books in my pile here to show. So the challenges are, I'm going to read them off my little list here because I actually wrote them down because I was like, I'm going to write these things down and then attack a TBR after. So the challenges are to read a book with blue on the cover, read a book by an author who shares the same first letter of your last name, read someone else's favorite book, read the last book you acquired, and that could be like the last one you borrowed from the library, the last one you bought, the last one someone gave to you, whatever it is. Finish a book without letting go of it, read a book you really want to read, and then read 7 books. So the readathon lasts for a week. So reading 7 books literally means reading 1 book a day. So if you've ever watched any of my TBRs, you know I like ambitious TBRs. So I did pick out 7 books to meet the 7 book challenge. Should I get through all of them? I actually have to work next week almost every day. I think I only have like 1 day off next week. But I don't work full-time, I work part-time. And a lot of those days are actually little teeny short days, so I figure I should have plenty of time to focus on reading, which would make me really happy because I have been reading the same 2 books for the last like 2 weeks, and I know that's not really a big deal to most people, but I just feel like I was getting through a lot more books before, and the last couple, there's something about memoirs for me. When I read memoirs, it takes me longer to get through them than other books, and I don't really know why, because I really enjoy memoirs. It's not like I don't, but yeah, so it's taking me a little longer to get through this. Anyway, so let me show you this here TBR I have. I'm kind of excited about it, actually. I think I picked some really good reads. And I picked some like random stuff off my shelves that have been staring at me too. So the first book in my little pile here, which I don't think is the first one I'm going to read though, to be completely honest, because there's a different one in this pile that I really want to read, and I think that's going to be our first one. But anyway, so this is the first book. It is by Mary Ballow, something like that. It's called The Ideal Wife, and as you can see, blue on the cover, which I accidentally kind of seems to be a theme. I think most of my books are blue, but so blue on the cover works for that. And her last name starts with the same letter as my last name. Yay! About a woman who I guess shows up at like an earl's house and is pleading for her future, and they just get married. Like, it's a marriage of convenience. They just get married to get married, and then it turns out that they actually really do like each other, and they kind of like fall in love with each other, and then there's like some crazy scandal that happens. So it sounds pretty fun. It's a historical romance novel, and if you've been watching my channel and all, I've been kind of getting into a little bit of the historical romance and the paranormal romance genres. They're kind of fun. They're salacious and silly sometimes, but they're pretty interesting reads, and they're pretty quick reads too, on top of that. So yeah, so that's the first book in my TBR. the second book, and this one is it's also blue on the cover. I didn't do that on purpose, but I swear it's an ongoing theme here. But this one's also blue. This one is going to be my pick for, and I think I'm going to do this on I have one day that's actually like a full day off next week, and I think I'm going to do it on that day just to satisfy that I could probably hold on to it. But this one is going to be so it's blue on the cover, it works for that, and finish a book without letting go of it, because the way that it was explained in the video is that you literally have to, you can stop reading it, but you need to have it in your hand at all times, so you need to not put it down. And so this is the next one in the Chronicles of Narnia. If you've watched my previous video, I'm reading them in the order that they were given by the publisher, not the order they were released in by publication date, because it just, I don't know, it made more sense to me. So that's how I'm reading them. So this is the second one, if you read them in that order. And it's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I'm more familiar with that story than any other ones. And yeah, and it's all of, let's see, how many pages is this? Yeah, it's 206 pages, so I'm thinking 206 pages, and it's essentially a kid's book, and it's Narnia, so it's a really fun read anyway. Like, I read the other one really quickly, so I'm thinking this is a good book for my finish a book without letting it go. So it's 2. Third book on my list is also blue on the cover. Check it out. So I get that's just letters here, but look, when it's naked, it's definitely blue. And this one's actually to satisfy the read the last book you acquired, and also just a book I really want to read. This is the one I think I'm going to start with, because I got this in my last Owl Crate, and I just keep staring at it. I really want to read this book. So it works for that, and it's actually, of the books that I acquired of my own volition, this is the last one I did get. I got it through my Owl Crate, as I just said. Other than that, like my sister just brought a bunch of books for my mom, and I yanked 4 of them to read myself. So I have those too, but I feel like this one works better as like the last one I acquired, so I'm gonna count this one. And this is The Night We Said Yes by Lauren Gabaldi. This is one that I understand is about friendship turned romance turned friendship again, and the things that happen in that, and I think somebody moves away or something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, somebody, the guy in the situation like leaves town, and the girl is like heartbroken, and all the things that happen. It's supposed to be really good, and it sounded really fun, and I just really want to read it. So that's 3. The 4th book in my TBR for the booktubeathon is to satisfy the read someone else's favorite book. So this is from my pile of borrowed books. This is Storytelling by Tori Spelling. Yep. This is a memoir by Tori Spelling, and my friend lent this to me, telling me I had to read it because she feels like it was her life story, save the whole having a like super famous rich dad thing. So yeah, so I have this one to read. So that's what that one is, and this is literally just her memoir from, God, what year is this from? I don't even know. A while back. I don't know. It's been in the pile of stuff I borrowed from her for a while, and it is one of her absolute favorite books, so that works for that one. The next 3 books are actually like random picks that keep staring at me on my bookshelf, and I just wanted to read them. I think I've basically, I've done the blue on the cover, same last name, someone else's favorite book, last book I acquired, book without letting it go, book I really want to read's in there, and then this would satisfy the 7 books. There's one in here that also was another like I really want to read. So this is literally, I have a book club for my niece. I have mentioned this before. My niece is 13. I do a book club for her. I give her 2 books every month, and I'm running low on books because I tend to buy her books, or buy books that I really want to read, but I think would be good for like her age range or like the stuff that she's into, stuff like that. So if I haven't read it yet, I don't put it in her book club because I think it's really silly to give someone a book just to ask to borrow it. So this is one of those. She recently got into Twilight and really wanted to read all the books and everything, so I got her all the books. And I actually got her this one as well, which I hadn't read yet. This is The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. which is an eclipse novella by Stephanie Meyer, and it's the one about the girl that is she comes with like the bull tree or whatever, and then when they come to like attack the Cullens, but they take her and the Cullens take her in, and then the bull tree kills her. Essentially in the thing. Spoiler, sorry. I guess I should have said spoiler first. I'll put a little asterisk in there for you. But yeah, that's what that one is. And after I read a few months back, I read the like full official guide, illustrated Twilight guide, which honestly, if you're a Twilight fan, even in the slightest bit, get that guide because it is so cool. It's an awesome book, and it was a really good read. And then I wanted to read this because I hadn't read this one, so go figure. I wanted a little more Twilight. So anyway, so I got this to give my niece to. So that one is in there, and that's just really satisfied to get me closer to 7 books. This one, however, is one that I really want to read. This has been on my shelf for a few months, and I haven't read it yet. And every single time it catches my eye, I just really, really want to read it. So this is Esther Earle's book, The Star Won't Go Out. The introduction's by John Green. It's also with her parents, Lori and Wayne Earle. It's the life and words of Esther Grace Earle. If you don't know what this book is, this is the girl who inspired John Green to write The Fault in Our Stars. She inspired the Hazel character, if I remember correctly. And this is basically just like, it's her journals and stories about her, I think, and there's pictures and stuff in it. And it's just like, it's kind of a big book, but it's a journal, so it's a little different. And it's just, I've been staring at it since I bought it. I bought it kind of on a whim at Books a Million. And I just was like, I've heard of that. I really want to read that. And it's been sitting there looking at me on my shelf since, and I haven't read it yet. So that satisfies the book I really want to read. And I figure, if I'm going to go for 7 books anyway, and I'm going to read that one, I may as well finally get to The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, which, hi again, blue on the cover, look at that. I think this one does too. Yeah, blue on the cover, look at that. All of them, I've only got 2 that don't have blue on the cover. Yeah, somehow, I still haven't read this book. I've seen the movie, I love the movie. But yeah, I haven't actually read The Fault in Our Stars, so I feel like that would be a good one to get to. And the only other John Green book I've read was Looking for Alaska, and I got through that thing in like 2 days, so yeah. So I'm gonna try. I'm trying for the 7. I'm trying for 7 books in 7 days. 1 book a day, I'm attempting. I do not know if that's gonna happen. It probably won't, to be completely honest, but I did pick some fairly small books, save the last 2 are a little bit bigger, but I am gonna like save those for last. Like, those are the last ones I would read. And I feel like starting with The Night We Said Yes is probably the best bet for me, because that'll really like get me into reading things all speedy quick and stuff. Because it's a fairly short novel, it looks like, and I feel like I'm gonna fly through it. If it's as good as the synopsis sounds, I think I'll really like it. So yeah. So that is my TBR for Booktubeathon. Are you participating in the Booktubeathon? Please comment down below and let me know. Are you going to try for all 7 challenges? Are you going to try for some of them? What are you up to? Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my first Booktubeathon, and I think it's going to be really fun. And if you want more information about the Booktubeathon, just go visit Booktubeathon on YouTube here, or visit the channel. I'll leave it down below so you can just click on it if you want to. And yeah. I don't know why I'm saying so much today. I apologize. It's really annoying. So yeah, so like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you would like to see more. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me, because I like questions. Questions are fun. And yeah, I will see you later, and happy reading to you, and wish me luck here, because I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna try to get through 7 books, because I really like to. Which means first, I need to go focus on reading the 2 books that I'm currently in the middle of, so I can focus on those ones next week. So yeah, I'm on it. I will see you in the next one.